Hey guys, my name is Liwu, a recording hip-hop artist, software engineer, and tech enthusiast, and today I'm gonna talk about NFTs. Before we tackle the question, would NFTs work in Africa? Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with somebody who might find this content useful. A lot of you would have heard about Bitcoin, so let's start from there. Bitcoin is just a digital asset, a serial number, if you will, that exists on a special type of network called a blockchain. A blockchain is just a fancy term for a distributed ledger, and traditional accountants have been keeping ledgers where they record transactions way before Judas was betraying Jesus. But with internet access readily available today and computers as powerful as your smartphone living in your pocket, we can now have a world distributed supercomputer made up of all transactions copied across all computers on this network without the need of a central authority such as a bank to act as the single source of truth. And that's pretty much how Bitcoin works, a digital asset on a special blockchain that only allows that specific asset to be traded. And if you've done a little bit of economics, you will know that when you have a finite resource that's increasing in demand, then its value or its price will skyrocket. But this is nothing new, right? We all know this. In my home village in Chitukula, a bucket load of maize could increase by 10x or 100x if there is a drought. So the principles remain with an asset like Bitcoin. How is this related to NFTs? Well, the Bitcoin blockchain is kind of limited, I'm sure you'll agree with me. But a few years later, after its inception, some really smart guys came up with a different type of blockchain where any person, any developer could deploy their own asset or in fact a computer program on that particular blockchain. That blockchain is none other than Ethereum, with its currency being ETH. What's really cool about Ethereum is that a mere developer like myself could build what's called a smart contract and deploy it on this super distributed computer of the world. A smart contract is just a computer program that runs on a second generation blockchain such as Ethereum to execute a set of instructions whenever a condition has been satisfied. Let's give an example. Say your standing order at the bank. It's basically saying every first of the month, please send some money to Liwu's account so that you can support his music, right? I hope that's what your standing order is saying. Except with a smart contract, the instruction can be as complex as whenever water levels in the soil in a particular geolocation reach a particular threshold, please credit the farmers in the affected areas with their insurance payout according to their premium settlement. I hope you get the idea. Because of this unlimited ability to build decentralized applications or dApps on such blockchains, some geniuses came up with this concept of a non-fungible token, which can be deployed on a blockchain and governed by a smart contract. So these NFTs, going back to the original good old Bitcoin, which kind of seems like old school now, they're just really digital assets, except that they represent exclusive or part exclusive ownership of rights to intellectual property, such as sheet music, visual art, sculptures, or whatever. With an NFT, the blockchain is ensuring that you are the actual owner of that property at any given moment in time, just like you would be the actual owner of your college degree as insured by your university, right? And I know many people can own digital copies of that same piece of intellectual property. I mean, all you need to do is take a screenshot of a visual piece of art that somebody has bought for $6,000. Technically, the person who owns that copy is not the owner of that property. I mean, they have a copy of that intellectual property, but they're not the rightful owner. And that's what NFTs solve. They solve the problem of originality. I mean, if I had a letter that John Chilembo wrote to Ida, his wife, before he went on to lead the insurrection, how do I know that this is the real letter that he actually wrote with his own handwriting? And this is not just a copy that somebody made. Because answering that question means that I have something really valuable on me. I'm sure you kind of get the concept, right? So to summarize, there could be multiple copies of that said letter from John to Ida, but having the original one that he wrote makes that piece even more valuable. Everybody gets it in the real world. It's just a matter of transferring that knowledge into the digital world. So back to our main question, could this sort of thing work in an African country like Malawi? My simple answer to this question is yes, but probably as pieces sold from Africa, not necessarily for Africa. I mean, yes, there are a lot of Africans, affluent Africans that will dabble in collectibles and art investment and that sort of thing, but let's face it, this is kind of a rich man's game. What I think would work is a platform like Malawian.NFT, where unique arts and crafts in 2D or 3D are sold as NFT to the world market so that people there could own them exclusively and support content and creation by artists in developing countries. But I don't know what you think. Would such a thing work? Do you think that there is a market for such in Africa, for Africa, from Africa? Please leave a comment below so that we could have a discussion about it.